What do you mean, we?
I'm Envy. Look at your hair.
Oh yeah, not happening.
Did you catch the vibe between disgust and envious in the new Inside Out 2 trailer? Is there a real chance these two emotions could become buddies and save Riley? We've dissected every detail about this amazing possibility and how it could really play out in the new Inside Out movie. Stick with us to get the lowdown on it all right now. Friendly behavior. When we first see Envious in the trailer, the first of the old emotions she interacts with is disgust, and we don't think that's a coincidence. It might suggest that the little green emotion found disgust to be the coolest of Riley's emotions, at least on the surface. Envious immediately tries to grab Disgust's perfectly styled hair, but Disgust naturally avoids the contact. After all, she's Disgust and doesn't touch anything she doesn't know the origin of, just like she doesn't let anyone she doesn't know touch her. But then, in the next scenes, the opposite happens and it's Disgust who ends up touching Envious. More than that, she's holding the little emotion close to herself, and then she carefully places her on the floor of Riley's control room when Embarrass shows up. We can see that the disgust the old emotion felt for the new one disappears, or at least her facial expression doesn't indicate it anymore. They might have interacted, and now she's more comfortable with the company of the little one, which could perfectly pave the way for a better relationship between the two characters, potentially resulting in a friendship between them, which would be great for Riley.
Fear. No, that's not ours.
Disgust. Glad to have her on our team.
They both care about appearance. It's common for people to befriend those with similar tastes. That's exactly what we can see between Disgust and Envious, as both are emotions deeply connected to appearance, not just their own, but mainly Riley's. For example, in the first trailer, we saw Disgust taking care of her appearance even when she's sleeping. This is evident when Riley's mind demolition team appears and wakes everyone up, and we see Disgust wearing a cap to protect her hair and not wake up completely disheveled. Apart from that, she's the only female emotion with long eyelashes and cares about her clothes and makeup in general. She was also very happy when she saw that Riley's mind created a fashion island.
I like tragic vampire romance island.
Fashion Island? Everyone shut up.
Envious, on the other hand, is definitely concerned with appearance, but not her own, rather others. Just as she tried to grab Disgust's hair because she found it beautiful as if she wanted it for herself. She'll have the same behavior with anything related to appearance that she sees and thinks is cool and would look good on Riley, especially what she sees on other people. After all, she's envious and wants everything she sees and likes for herself, including other people's appearances. And in that, the two of them will surely align quite well, which could further strengthen their friendship. And if you're watching this video, you probably enjoy Inside Out and other animated movies. So, subscribe to the channel. We have new videos every day for you to watch and enjoy. Focus on Riley's social life. Since we're talking about appearance, there's a reason for both Disgust and Envious's preference for visuals, as both have Riley's social life as their main focus. For example, as we mentioned, Disgust was really excited about Fashion Island because it indicates that Riley will choose her clothes better, which directly influences her social life, as being fashionable always helps to fit in with a group. Just as being completely out of fashion can unfortunately push people away. In Envious's case, her intention is to make Riley have something that other people have and can give, like attention and time, which are also two things directly related to social life, as they're the foundation of a friendly relationship. This becomes clear when we see Envious overjoyed when the popular girl invites Riley to sit with her in her group, which makes it clear that this was something Envious wanted and finally got, the attention of very popular people, which allows Riley to be accepted into a new group.
Look, we all have a job to do. I plan for the future.
You want to sit with us?
These girls are so cool!
In other words, even though the two emotions act differently to achieve their goals, the fact is that this is another common ground between them that could further strengthen the potential friendship between them, don't you think? And in honor of the possible new friendship between the emotions, comment down below, #friendship to boost this channel. Protective instinct of Disgust. Another thing that becomes clear in the trailers is that Disgust has a certain protective instinct, and she might extend that to Envious. For instance, when she holds Envious in her arms, it might have been at a moment when the little emotion stretched too far to grab something from someone and ended up falling off the control table. And I believe she would have gotten hurt if Disgust hadn't caught her in her arms. And this isn't new for Disgust, as in the first trailer, we see her doing something similar with Sadness when one of the wrecking balls starts demolishing something behind them. Notice how she uses her arm as a shield for Sadness, who is more fragile and starts to cry. So we think this protective spirit could bring the two emotions even closer. They both have little patience. Another point that Disgust and Envious have in common, and which will certainly make a difference throughout the movie, is the lack of patience they both have. We've seen Disgust making that typical disgusted face a few times when she hears especially anger or fear say something she finds totally ridiculous, which shows that she has no patience and doesn't intend to waste her time trying to convince them of something she knows they might not even understand. In Envious's case, she's definitely an emotion that will have impatience as one of her characteristics, but probably for different reasons. Envious mainly stems from the selfish feeling a person has when they want everything for themselves. And if there's one thing Envious doesn't like, it's waiting, since she wants everything and wants it now. That's how this emotion works, and it's definitely what we'll end up seeing her demonstrating in Riley's mind. But we've already noticed that the two emotions have several things in common, and characteristics that could end up bringing them very close. But at this point, the question might arise: how will they save the emotions? We have a theory that after anxiety takes control of Riley's mind with the help of embarrassed and puts the old emotions in the glass jar, things will go the way Envious likes for a while. The problem is, besides being friends with Disgust and not liking her friend being trapped in a tight glass jar in the middle of absolute darkness, she's still envious. And we can notice that with the absence of joy and the other emotions, all the decision-making power in Riley's mind will end up concentrating solely and exclusively in Anxiety's hands. And what will Envious think of this? Of course, she'll want what Anxiety has: control. When you want something and Envious arises, there are two ways to be satisfied. Either you get what you want, even if it means taking it from someone, or if you can't get it, you make the other person lose it and stop having what you want so badly. And Envious's idea would be to make Anxiety lose control of Riley's mind, which she practically has all to herself now. And to achieve that, the first thing Envious would need to do is free the old emotions and let them return to Riley's mind and thwart Anxiety's plans. In some way, Envious could even help Disgust and the others catch Anxiety and Embarrassed off guard, and thus everyone could return to sharing the space in Riley's mind, which is actually ideal. This way, Envious wouldn't have control of Riley's mind, which is her desire, but neither would anyone else, since they would all share the control panel once again. This would demonstrate another common point between the two emotions, as it would prove that they are quite intelligent. Just as Envious could help the new emotion stop Anxiety by wanting what she has, she could also do it by realizing that Riley is being harmed by everything Anxiety is doing, and the girl's life is getting worse compared to that of her friends and peers, making her feel even more envious of them. This would prove that the little green emotion is smarter than it might seem. As for Disgust, we can see that she also has good intelligence, like when she provokes anger just so he can explode in flames and she can melt the window glass and save joy and sadness. Furthermore, when we see her not responding to anger, we can also understand that she believes trying to convince anger otherwise is a complete waste of time, just like fear did and ended up with nothing, which shows that she was smart enough to understand that he wouldn't change his mind. So, the two emotions, Disgust and Envious, can easily understand each other since they are both intelligent. And somehow, we believe this unlikely friendship will help save Riley's mind once again, just as the emotions did in the first movie. And we're eagerly awaiting the movie's release to see how this friendship will emerge and unfold. While you wait, do like us and watch these really cool videos we've picked out. Good next video for you!